I hope all of you guys enjoyed Stranger Things Season 3 as much as I did. Fair warning, if you haven't caught up yet, this is a great time to skedaddle. Maybe go check out my old Stranger Things videos. But for the rest of us, I would love to know if you thought any characters got better or worse during Season 3. Let me know in the comments. You have McGann, the Fangirl. Make sure you subscribe and check back every week for new fandom videos. Woohoo! I got part of my last Stranger Things theory right. Of course, it turned out to be my least watched Stranger Things theory, but I'm taking my victory. I get to do the I was right dance. I guess it's like the robot because I don't really know how to dance. I apologize now to everybody who had to witness that. Embarrassing gloating aside, to do a very broad recap of Season 3, a new mall has been built in Hawkins, Indiana, and I really love the detail work that showed how that affected small business. Not with the protesters, who were a bit on the nose, but by the mise-en-scène of the general store that Joyce works at. The shelves are sparse, the Kodak film development section has been completely removed, and the store itself has gone from being really busy with multiple employees working every shift to just Joyce by herself. I almost hate that we had the protesters considering how subtle and beautiful the store was put together. But underneath the new mall, there are Russians trying to rip a new hole to the Upside Down. This causes the particles that were released from inside of Will in Season 2 to reform together and start body snatching. First, it infects rats, and then Max's stepbrother Billy, then a sizable chunk of the town. The really freaky thing is not only does the Mind Flayer control the infected like zombies, but it can also melt those people down into a puddle of goo to absorb into itself to become a bigger monster. And of course, the Mind Flayer does this and goes to track down the kids. Long story short, Elle loses her powers, Billy gets killed, both of which are topics I'm going to explore deeper in other videos, and then our poor sheriff gets stuck by the portal to the Upside Down and has to die to save the kids and really the entire world. I have to say, the lead-in to Hopper's death scene is a really good moment for him. We see that he recognizes the gravity of the situation, and while he seems overwhelmed by the idea that he's about to die, he accepts it. He understands that it's the right thing to do. And we can all rest assured that it was a for sure death, as Hopper was standing right next to this generator, and we watched it self-destruct and basically blow up the whole room, even incinerating the Russian workers that were standing farther back than Hopper. So Hop is not coming back. Or is he? I hope you guys didn't turn off Stranger Things when the credits for episode 8 started, because if you did, you missed a really interesting scene. During the credits, we see this ash from the Upside Down flying around, but it actually turns out to be snowflakes from a Russian facility. For whatever reason, the Russian government is still working with the monsters from the Upside Down, and they have a Demigorgon in this sub basement of a prison-like facility. The interesting thing, though, is that when they pick a prisoner to give to the Demigorgon, they say, not the American.
Не американцы.
And while we're never shown said American, it does give me hope that that's Hopper somehow. Stranger Things is one of those series where my paranoia pays off, and if we didn't see it on screen, there's wiggle room that something else could have happened. So the fact that we see the Russian workers get annihilated, but we don't see Hopper's actual body explode, makes me wonder if he found a way out. That he jumped through the Upside Down portal at the last second, or that a monster or even the Russians came through and snatched him up. Because, after all, the original intent of using the Upside Down was as a means to spy, including traveling quickly. So, theoretically, if there are two tears, someone could travel through the Upside Down in one and then come out the other in a different location. That would also cover how the Russians moved this gigantic equipment without anyone in Hawkins or the US Customs Office getting really suspicious. And if we go back and watch Hopper's final moments, there are two key issues that leave plenty of room for doubt. First, when Joyce finally is able to strain hard enough to turn both keys so that she can self-destruct the machine, she puts her head down, likely trying not to see Hopper die. But then the screen goes black for like a really long time. We're talking about 5 seconds here of no sound, no music, no nothing. Just total darkness, and anything can happen in this series in a few moments of pitch black. And issue number 2, when the image finally returns to the screen, we see the portal ripping machine as it's about to blow up. But look around, guys. Hopper was trapped right here on this stand, yet there is nobody to be found. So yeah, I'm totally gonna be a stickler here and say no body, no death. The other characters might believe Hopper is dead, and that makes sense in the context of the show, but mark my words, he's gonna end up being the American in that Russian cell. Oh my gosh, season 4 is gonna be fantastic. Now that's the end of my theory, but before I stop this video, I do feel the need to kind of get into Hopper's character in season 3 a little bit more. Honestly, it was really rough for me to watch Hopper this season. He was funny enough as an overprotective dad, but it also sends mixed messages that being an angry alcoholic is cute or comical. It's funny to us viewers because Hopper gets a bit bumbling, but a lot of people watch Stranger Things, tweens and teens included, and it seems like a really bad move to try and write off this seething anger and self-medication as some type of drunken charm. There are gonna be kids seeing Hopper this season going, oh, I guess my dad is funny and I'm the problem here. It just bothers me that they never really dealt with his alcoholism or anger issues. Speaking of which, it's also extremely unacceptable that when Joyce didn't go running to hook up with Hopper the second he decided she should, Hop had this terrible personality shift. He became petty, jealous, mean-spirited, really borderline emotionally and verbally abusive to Joyce, all because he couldn't stand not getting the girl he wanted on demand. Seriously, Hopper has known Joyce for decades and he just decided she was the one, then got angry when those feelings weren't immediately returned while Joyce is clearly dealing with PTSD issues. Now, I fully understand and appreciate that Hopper was hurt by his ex-wife and the death of his daughter Sarah, but it's not okay to handle those emotions by lashing out at someone else who never expressed any romantic interest in you. Joyce has some severe long-term trauma issues. She shouldn't be treated like an order girlfriend because Hop flipped a switch in his head one day. Even if Joyce gave Hopper a shot, there's no guarantee that the relationship would work out. And Hop being a sheriff that's fine with abusing his power, well, I can kind of see why his ex-wife had to move out of town. Sincerely, I was not okay with Joyce asking Hopper out at the end of the season. Hopper gave Joyce no apology, and he never had this aha moment so that we know he's done with that bad behavior. In fact, there was nothing to show us that Hopper was ready to calm down and treat Joyce like a real person instead of getting nasty to her again the second he doesn't get his way the next time. Joyce and Hop together would be a future jealous rage murder case waiting to happen. And I'm sorry to those of you stuck in the dark ages, but I don't buy into that "you're mean to the person you like" crap. Even for a show based in the 80s, that's not okay. Love is respect, not bullying, not berating, and not slut-shaming someone for just talking to other men. Seriously guys, don't deal with that poison on the inside, just tell people how you feel. Best case scenario, they say yes to a date and then you give the relationship a shot. Worst case scenario, they say no and you're hurt for a few minutes, but then you're also set free. You don't have to keep obsessing over someone who you don't even know if they like you and they don't even know if you like them. Just talk like people. Okay, I think I'm ready to step off of my soapbox now. It might not be reality, but don't you let anyone treat you like less of a person. Well, that's all I have for now, but this video's not quite over yet. I get a lot of comments that say, do a theory on this topic, but I've already done those theories. So please consider going to my main channel page and clicking on the video tab so that way you can see everything I've done. You will probably find a lot of things you like that you never even knew that I posted. I want to let you know that I also have 2 other channels, Say Halo Goodbye Gaming and the Fanily Family Vlogs. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed enough to hit subscribe and share. I can use all the help I can get to let other people know that this channel exists. exists. And if you made it this far, leave me a comment that says something like, hey, I made it to the end. And then let me know what kind of videos you want to see in the future. I can't make any promises, but the more people that request something, the more I can look into it. Okay, well, I love you. I'll see you in the next video.